as I was pondering over this reading this morning, what struck me was all the parallels with Eden that John is setting up so beautifully, that Jesus is the new Adam, the new beginning, the new creation, the new man, from the fact that death came from a tree in a garden, and now life is coming from Jesus hanging on the tree. That as Adam was put into a sleep and his side opened up so that his bride could come forth, so Jesus' side, after he is in the sleep of death, is opened, and blood and water come forth, and from that the wellspring of the church, his bride. And one of the other things that really struck me is that when Jesus appears to Mary, and then he's laid into a garden. When Jesus appears to Mary, she thinks he's the gardener. And in the Garden of Eden, Adam would have been the gardener. With this, the reversal, though, is that where Mary is looking and saying, I don't know where my Lord is. They've taken him away. That should have been Eve. That should have been Eve. What do I mean? When the serpent, the dragon, came into the garden and was tempting Eve, and Adam was just standing there, he should have gone and fought the dragon. He should have said, get away from my wife, get out of this garden, and maybe even given his life for her. So that Eve would have then been saying, where is he? And then, of course, Almighty God would have taken care of it. But instead, Adam just, if he had pockets, he would have just been standing there with his hands in his pockets. And here, we have Jesus as the new Adam, the perfect man. He did give his life for his bride, for us. And we see, every time we see this woman, it's always speaking of his bride, whether it's the nuptials that we see at the wedding at Cana, Jesus calling Mary woman, or in the woman at the well in Samaria, we see so much of the nuptial imagery there, or even at the foot of the cross, Mary being there and saying, woman, behold your son, behold your mother, the new Eve with Mary, the mother of God. And now also Mary Magdalene, because after all, Jesus wants to be the groom of every one of our souls, and we are his bride. And she is going looking like the woman in the Song of Songs. She's going out looking, where is my love? Where is my love? All these reflections, all these things to think about. And you're saying, what does this have to do with our lives, Father? That's a good question. Take it home, ponder on that, and think that through. But ultimately, we're called beyond the Lord servant, the God slave relationship with God. We're even called beyond just having Jesus as our friend. We are called into the intimate nuptial relationship with Jesus. He has so fallen in love with us that he would die for us. And he did die for us. And while it doesn't necessarily mean that we always feel on fire, head over heels, passionately in love with Almighty God. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. It's not about feelings. But it is about the fact that our relationship with God must be growing in intimacy, whereby we truly see him as the bridegroom of our souls. And we go looking for him. When we feel he's lost, we don't just say, oh well, so much. I'll just go back to my internet or whatever. But rather, to go searching for him like Mary, that we go saying, Jesus, I want you. I long for you. I need you. Jesus, after all, did say, seek and you will find. It means we have to seek. We can't just sit back and say, well, he's not here. I might as well just get back to my life. He's calling us to seek him with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength, because he loves us and he wants us to love him. May we, like Mary Magdalene, go searching for Jesus, searching for him, seeking him. And when it seems that he's distant, when it seems that he's far away, when it seems that he is lost to us, when it seems that God is dead, not to give up searching, but to continue seeking, saying, God, where are you? God, I'm in darkness. God, I don't get it. God, I need you. And eventually, God will call us by name and say, I love you. And we will find him.